Now on CoastTV News.
Library location secured. The Rehoboth Beach Library planning to build outside of city limits. Plans for 358 homes, the latest subdivision under state review, could change Milton's roads and environment.
We're looking at another round of clear but cold conditions kicking in on Friday. And speaking of Friday, we may have a little bit of snow.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
This cornfield is set to be the new home of the second Rehoboth Beach Library. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with a $2 million land purchase in Rehoboth Beach. The site is just off of Warrington Road, and it's where the second Rehoboth Beach Library is going to be built. CoastTV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live in Rehoboth. Brandon, the president of the board of trustees for the library, says the area needs this resource.
Charlie, officials with the Rehoboth Beach Library say because of the rapid growth happening west of Coastal Highway and with Route 24 right around the corner with two schools, this plot of land and location is the perfect fit for a new library. After years of discussion, the Rehoboth Beach Library purchased over 5 acres of land for around $2 million. According to Kay Wheatley, who is the president of the board of trustees for the library.
It feels great. I grew up here, so I'm what they call a native. So I've watched this growth, and I think it's important to serve everybody. So that's what we're trying to accomplish.
Wheatley tells CoastTV that by the end of construction, the total cost of it, half of the cost will be covered by Delaware bonds bill, and she expects an over 20,000 square foot facility to go right here in this field. The new library location does have a builder and developer set. Officials with the library say once plans and designs are finalized, a total price of construction will be known. Meanwhile, some patrons of the Rehoboth Avenue location are waiting for renovations there to finish before getting their hopes up over a new one.
They haven't broken ground yet, so I think we shouldn't hold our breath.
The library plans to raise the other half of the total construction cost through fundraising. Currently, the library still needs $200,000 to cover renovations at the original location. Wheatley says once the new year hits, a task force will be put together to determine the interior design of the library. That's planned to go right here off of Warrington Road. Live in Rehoboth Beach, Brandon Ferguson, CoastTV News.
Thank you, Brandon. And you just heard a little bit about this, the long-awaited renovation at the Rehoboth Beach Public Library that already exists. That's moving forward finally. Work starting to begin now, and it's expected to continue through late 2026 or even early 2027. The $9 million project includes essential repairs, modern upgrades, and flexible community meeting spaces. Sidewalks along Rehoboth Avenue will be closed at times, but the city says pedestrian-friendly detours will be in place, especially during those busy summer months. In Milton, this is where a 358-home development called Carey Farm would go, east of Shingle Point Road and southwest of Harbison Road. CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken is in our newsroom. Emma, the project is currently in the review process.
State and local agencies talked infrastructure, public safety, and environmental considerations for Carey Farm. People I spoke with today say they're mainly worried about added traffic and loss of trees. The Carey Farm subdivision would include a mix of single-family homes as well as townhomes or duplexes, all planned as market rate ownership units. According to the preliminary land use service application, the project would generate more than 3,000 average daily car trips. Plans also call for more than 58 of 116 acres of forest land to be removed to make way for housing and roadways. Some people we spoke with say that's frustrating.
There's such an impact on the biodiversity. Just even on the amount of birds that we're seeing decrease constantly because they have nowhere to live. When we take down the trees and we take away the area where they live, they have nowhere to go.
It is important to note that no affordable units are in the plan right now, though the Delaware State Housing Authority has encouraged the developer to change that. The Cary Farm would also have to be annexed into the town of Milton, and if you want to submit written comments, you can do that until December 23rd. Charlie.
We're taking a live look into Rehoboth Beach right now, and this is what we've been dealing with kind of all week. And you'll see it just looks cold out there as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams.
Well, not only does it look cold, Charlie, it is cold, without a doubt. We all took a vote, and the ayes have it. It is definitely cold, even though it's 42 degrees. It just has a cold and general motif that's rolling with it, and we are going to drop to freezing by 9 o'clock under mostly clear skies. Now, our initial concern is that we're going to continue to stay on the cold side because of the winds combining with the temperatures. The future feels like for Thursday morning, we're looking at 25 for us from Millsboro, Georgetown, and Milton, 24. And then on Friday, we're still expected to clock the teens. A little bit better with the latest model run, but not by much. We're still expecting 17 in Ellendale, Georgetown, and Seaford, 18 in Millsboro and Del Mar, and it's going to feel like 19 degrees Selbyville as well as Berlin. Now, as you take a look at what's happening overall, we're looking relatively quiet. We still have somewhat blustery winds with a small craft advisory still in effect. But as we widen the scope here, we're looking quiet for right now. But there's a bit of snow that's to our west that's going to start slowly creeping our way.
Thank you, Paul. New at 5, a Delaware Superior Court judge has paused legal challenges to Sussex County Council's denial of a proposed electrical substation near Millsboro. They're citing the state laws that are set to take effect next month that could override the local decision. Judge Mark H. Connor issued a stay December 1st in the case brought by Renewable Redevelopment LLC. The company is challenging the council's vote from nearly a year ago that rejected its plan to build a substation to support offshore wind projects. We have much more on this story. Right now, you can find that at CoastTV.com. After turning his ire onto the Somali population, ICE agents are now roaming sidewalks and streets in Minneapolis and St. Paul, while Homeland Security agents are searching for undocumented migrants that they say are criminals but haven't been arrested due to sanctuary policies. As NBC's Garrett Hawk reports, the administration has cracked down on communities fearful and businesses closed.
The Trump administration launching immigration raids on opposite sides of the country in New Orleans and Minnesota's Twin Cities, where Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, have already been making arrests. City leaders saying ICE is not wanted.
The last thing we need is federal agents coming in town to create chaos.
The amped-up show of force coming just a day after President Trump announced the crackdown and attacked Somalis.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct, I don't care.
The president disparaging Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage.
The Congresswoman not backing down.
I would say the president's obsession with me and the Somali community is really unhealthy. It's creepy.
A senior law enforcement source tells NBC News ICE is not targeting Somalis, but may arrest some they say violated immigration law. Meanwhile, in New Orleans, Department of Homeland Security agents will focus on undocumented alleged criminals they say are roaming free due to sanctuary policies that keep law enforcement from arresting them. The surge of federal forces leaves many businesses shuttered.
I mean, I think what people are doing are preparing as if there were a hurricane to come.
And at lunch, only empty seats fill restaurants.
In this area, maybe 6-7 restaurants is closed.
The threat of immigration raids has communities on edge.
For U.S. citizens, folks who've been naturalized, to have a fear just because of the color of their skin is very real.
The Trump administration has also paused immigration applications for people from 19 different countries with existing travel restrictions into the U.S. That includes people who already have green cards or who have filed their immigration applications, about 1.4 million people. Garrett Hake, NBC News, Washington.
Still ahead on Coast TV News at 5, water monitoring, the request coming from Delaware's governor to the Environmental Protection Agency and the other states that are on board.
We're looking for another round of clear but chilly conditions, and now we have a bit of snow trying to slide in our direction.
But first, if you're cruising down Route 24, you might already be speeding. Don't let the new limit catch you off guard. That's next.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Drivers along Route 24 might notice something different this week. New signs lowering the speed limit from 45 to 35 miles per hour now in effect. The new limit stretches from Lewis and Mumford Roads down to Delaware Avenue. DelDOT approved the change after a traffic engineering study and a request from the Millsboro Police Department, who said that the previous 45 to 55 or 50 mile per hour zones created some safety issues. Some people we spoke with say that the shift caught them off guard and questioned if it was necessary, but for others, they say they're glad that they brought the speed limit down.
Something that they had to do because there was a lot of accidents, especially coming out of Plantation Lakes, and with all the new building going on, you need to have a lower speed limit.
Police say that these new signs are now in effect, so if you're driving down Route 24 and you see one of those signs, ease off the gas a little. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you feel about the new speed limits on Route 24 in Millsboro? Let's take a look at the results. And this is what we've got so far. 42% say safer now, 35% say too slow, 6% say long overdue, and 17% say, hey, you know what? It's not going to change a whole lot. If you haven't voted yet, you can do that. Go to coasttv.com or use the mobile app. And coming up next, Paul Williams in the Coast TV First Alert Weather Center. He has your full forecast after this.
So we have the cold that's on the way, but we have a bit of snow that's now creeping into some of the forecast models, and I'm going to go over great detail of the timing of it, when it's going to hit, and how it's going to pull through. Ocean City, 42 degrees for us right now, and we'll drop down to 32 by 9 o'clock, clear skies. Feels like 36 right now in Lewis, feels like 38 Indian River Inlet, and it feels like 39 in Seaford as well as Laurel. We have a small craft advisory that's in effect for us for the coastal portions of Sussex County, and then the small craft advisory active for us on the other side, Chesapeake Bay area. That's just to help us continue to feel cool, get us in the old Christmas spirit, right? For Thursday, we're looking for winds out of the west at about 12 to 20 miles per hour, partly cloudy skies. Cloud cover and moisture will begin to build slowly. You see, Thursday morning, we start off near freezing and we're clear. Thursday afternoon, still clear. Thursday late night going to Friday morning, cloud cover starts, and then here comes that chance of snow in the forecast for Friday in the morning time, possibly 9 o'clock with this particular model. And then we see that pink freeze line. We're going to be switching back and forth between rain and snow. So it's not an all-day snow type of potential thing. Kind of depends on what's happening. You see, when you have snow aloft and we have warm air, but underneath it, it just turns to rain. But if we have a little layer of cold air, it goes to freezing rain when it hits something. And then we could get a mixture of sleet if you have a more impressive column of cold air. But what we are anticipating is that we're going to have an entire column of cold air, so the snow will have a chance to hit. Now, with that being the case, by 8:30 in the morning Friday, we're looking for snow pushing through Delmar, Salisbury, as well as Seaford along Highway 13. And then it continues to play out with that snow for 9 o'clock and then 11:30. And it stays mainly snow till we get to about, let's say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it switches over to rain there. As we go over more towards the beaches, by 9:30, we're looking for that freezing line back and forth between rain and snow. This is the sleet freeze line right here, that pink you see. That's what we're looking at by 9:30, okay, a little bit delayed. And then that freezing line just stays hovering over us right now as far as the beaches are concerned, and it changes all the way over to rain. So that's why I'm not overly abundantly concerned about it becoming a problem with widespread snow. But we are watching out for that possibility. Now, the amount of snow becomes very interesting here because we're looking at maybe 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch along the coast. But then for inland areas like Seaford, we're looking at maybe 1.1 inches, per half an inch for us, example, in Millsboro. So keep all that in mind, and we'll continue to keep you updated. Mostly clear skies for tonight, very chilly. Now, as far as tomorrow's concerned, clouds are going to start building in 46. Tomorrow's not a real big deal, although it is still cold. It's Friday, we're going to have light snow, possibly early. And remember, we'll have an afternoon changeover. Keep all of that in mind. Finally, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We are calling for a yellow alert day on Friday because it's the first snow of the season. So we want everybody to watch for it. Not watch out, but watch for it.
And drive safe. In Delaware, Governor Matt Meyer is pushing more regulation of microplastics in drinking water. Meyer joining a petition urging the Environmental Protection Agency to add microplastics to its next national monitoring rule. Researchers have linked microplastic exposure to higher cancer risks, yet the particles remain unregulated. Governor Meyer joins 6 other governors, including Maryland's Wes Moore, on the petition. Across Delmarva, changes for Berlin's Town Hall. According to the agenda of the Historic District Committee, they are set to discuss possible renovations today. Town officials say that the project would focus on the building's exterior. The Berlin Historic District Committee is meeting tonight at 5:30. And coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 5:30, it's live boys high school basketball when Saints Peter and Paul host Archbishop Curley, then catch the final score at 10:30 p.m.
We salute David Ogden, who devoted 35 years of distinguished service to the U.S. Army from 1979 to 2014. He answered the call in East Timor, Iraq, and Afghanistan, bringing steady leadership to every mission. David concluded his remarkable career as the Operations Warrant Officer for the 1st Division Headquarters, guiding soldiers through demanding and complex operations. We honor his dedication, his courage, and the lasting impact of his service to our nation.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Students at Lewis Elementary helped pack a powerful punch against hunger. According to the Cape Henlopen School District, between November 10th and November 14th, students collected more than 2,200 food items to fill the pantry food drive. Families, staff, people living in the area, they dropped off canned goods, boxed pasta, cereal, granola bars, and other pantry staples. All donations were delivered to the Rehoboth Community Center and the Epworth Food Pantry. The holiday season is in full swing, and so is our Bless Our Children campaign, but we need help. You can look at our tree. We need some more cards. We need some more donations, all to ensure that every kid has a present to open on Christmas morning. And we've got a great card here. This one says Christmas Peace on the front, and inside it is from Helen from Seaford, Delaware. Helen, thank you so much for sending that in. Businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help send a donation in a holiday card, we might just read it on the air. Send a check or money order to the address on your screen or donate online at blessourchildren.org. And we've already raised $190,000 to help children and families this holiday season. Again, thank you to all who have donated. The holiday season is here, and so is the return of our holiday house. This picture shows a Christmas tree in decorated living room sent by Angela Morton of Parsonsburg. Take a look at everything we've got here. Santa over on the right side. We've got just a lot of stuff happening. Great picture. Thank you for sending that in, and thank you again for showing us your home. We want to see your halls being decked all season long. Send us your photos, videos by going to coasttv.com/holidayhouse. We just might show it here on TV. Coast TV News at 5. We'll be right back. Coming up new on Coast TV News at 6, Georgetown Shelter Gap, why that is being cited as a reason for a growing homeless situation in the Sussex County seat. That story and more coming up tonight on Coast TV News at 6.
Well, we have coming up tonight another round of cold air is going to be in place, and there's a threat of a little snow in the forecast as well. Milford, we're at 37 degrees. We'll drop down to below freezing by 8 o'clock under mostly clear skies there. Small craft advisory still active for us for Sussex as well as the Chesapeake Bay area, bracing for about 25-mile-per-hour winds for the next couple of days in a row. But we're clear for right now of precipitation, but it won't stay that way. Christina Clearwater of Lewis, you're our umbrella winner, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstead, Mendelis, and Federico. And here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Calling for a yellow alert there on Friday because we have about a half inch to a full inch of rain that we're expecting, primarily in the morning time for most of us, and then it's going to change over and waffle back and forth like a wishy-washy politician in the afternoon.
Well, and the thing to be careful there is especially on the roads, because when you get that wintry mix, that can be real slick.
Yeah, got to keep that in mind.
All right. Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Inside Edition is up next, and we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.